For as long as I can remember, I've always wanted to be a superhero. You know, the whole shebang. Flying around saving lives, helping civilians in danger, putting out real fires. I was ready for it. Cape? Y'all see it? Cool name? Got that too. Superpowers? But then it hit me. Saving lives, putting out fires? Heroes really do exist without needing X-ray vision and radioactive spiders. It's called being a volunteer firefighter. In this episode of Compact Civics Expansion Pack, we learn what it takes to become a community's first line of defense and how everyday people step up and do extraordinary things, no cape required. Volunteerism has long been a hallmark of American democracy, culture, and civic life, going back to the founding of the United States. The first volunteer firehouse was founded in 1736. Today, volunteer fire departments offer protection for 87% of American communities, and volunteers account for 65% of the firefighting force nationwide. These volunteers are not just our neighbors. They also serve as the first line of defense for emergencies close to home. Let's head to Main Transit Fire Department and meet some of these real-life superheroes. Brad, can you explain the role of a volunteer firefighter?
So we all have families, we have full-time jobs. We do this when we can and when we're available. We're lucky enough to have a large membership of about 75 people. So when we're dispatched, there's always somebody coming. They might be able to leave work for a little bit, they might be leaving home, they might be getting up from the dinner table to answer that alarm. But that's why we need to keep our membership up and constantly try to recruit more people to serve the need.
Yeah, I mean, it really sounds very similar to like a superhero, you know what I mean? Getting out, leaving the dinner table like, honey, I'll be back, you know?
We cover a portion of the town of Amherst that all of our members are volunteers.
And you guys have been protecting Amherst since 1936?
You got it.
Oh my gosh.
Last year, for the calendar year, we did around 960 calls total. And that includes everything from small fires to fire alarms, car accidents, medical calls where people need EMS assistance, you know, burnt food. We still come out to investigate it, make sure everything's good.
Okay, so next time I'm burning a Hot Pocket or something, I might call you, I might just call the direct line like, Brad, I need some help, man. What made you want to join the volunteer fire company?
So just like so many kids, you know, I was probably remembering close to down like 5 or 6 years old, watching the fire trucks drive by and just like, my eyes would light up. I'm like, that's what I want to do. And I was lucky enough to be able to join as a junior firefighter when I was 14. So I started right here at Main Transit. I was trained by them. I rose up to become an active firefighter when I turned 18 and then held numerous officer positions until I hit the position of chief.
I feel like I hear so often about the brotherhood or the family, you know, that family feel of working in a place like this.
It's the best word to describe it. We have a lot of family ties here. My 2 assistant chiefs, their grandfather was a chief of the department, their father was a chief of the department. Most of them, their junior firefighters, have been active part of our group from 1 to 3 years. So they're between 14 and 18 years old. They can be any part of our district or the surrounding areas. We expect school, family to be top priority.
Right.
We want to be able to train them and bring them up through our ranks and support them along the way. And, you know, hopefully they stay around.
So it's nice to meet all you guys. What inspired you to want to do this?
So I come from a family of first responders, and I've always been interested in first response. And I believe it's a great way to get involved in your community, especially at such a young age. I think it's offering me a new perspective on life outside of just my normal family life.
Yeah.
I get to see the family life of others and respond to people on their worst days. It's a great way to learn empathy. And in addition to that, it helps me build self-confidence through learning all these skills. So guys, we're going to be showing you how to force a door today.
Count it on.
Got your safety goggles on?
Yes, sir. My man.
Right on.
Woo. I'm ready to breach. me some. Oh man. This, ladies and gentlemen, is how you save lives as a junior firefighter. Are you sweating? Because I am sweaty. I feel like I'm dripping. There are thousands of local junior firefighter programs like the one at Main Transit across the United States. They support fire departments by fostering relationships and engaging youth in learning about and ultimately becoming members of the emergency services.
Main Transit fire alarm activation, 71 Waterford Park, off of Sheridan.
Ready? Let's do this! Oh!
I would say, along with all the fun stuff we've showed you, we learn these skills that are life-saving. They stay with you forever. It's not just stuff you're gonna use here in the program. It's stuff you're gonna use wherever you go in life. So really, you're spending your 4 years here with us, and then you can take that to wherever you wanna be.
Right, man.
Yeah.
Beautifully said, man. I appreciate you, Mark. Thank you so much, man. Volunteer fire companies are a vital thread in the fabric of civic life, providing essential emergency services, promoting public safety, and strengthening community bonds. Let's take it back for a hot second. Throughout American history, volunteerism has played a powerful role. In the 1800s, volunteers helped lead major social reforms, fighting for women's rights, ending child labor, and abolishing slavery. Their efforts laid the foundation for institutions and services that continue to support people today. In more recent history, volunteerism reached its peak between 2003 and 2005, when nearly 29% of Americans reported giving their time to help others. Why do people volunteer? Because it makes them feel connected to a cause, to a purpose, to their communities. But now, that spirit of service is being tested. According to a recent U.S. Census Bureau and AmeriCorps survey, formal volunteer participation dropped to just 23% between 2019 and 2021, a 7-point decline and the largest since the tracking began back in 2002. In a time when we need connection more than ever, volunteerism remains one of the most meaningful ways to support one another and strengthen the communities we call home. The hard-hitting question, the thing everybody really wants to know, is the program working?
Yeah, I think so. I think myself, being a graduate from the junior program and working my way up to chief, my 2 assistant chiefs were also part of the junior program. Majority of our captains and lieutenants, along with many of our active members. So to be able to just show where these leadership positions have started, I think shows that it is successful, and we certainly want to continue to grow the program and support it.
Today, we got a behind-the-scenes look at what it takes to be a volunteer firefighter. From the seasoned pros at Main Transit to the next generation of heroes in the junior firefighter program. We saw how courage, training, and a deep love for community come together in a very real, very civic way. Volunteerism isn't just about giving time. It's about showing up, stepping in, and making a difference. So maybe we can't all fly or shoot webs, but we can be heroes right here in our own community. Fellas, man, I appreciate you guys letting me come out.
And I thank you for coming out, spending the afternoon with us. We'd like to give you this t-shirt as a token of our gratitude.
Stop it, man, come on. You guys helped me live out a dream of mine I've had since I was a little kid, so this right here is memorabilia enough for me, man. Thank you so much. Hey, look, Mama, I made it. We out here.